Yes. Evening, everybody. Welcome to Hartwood Turning in the Stable Studio. Got my tea. It's all Steve's fault, by the way. He made me be late today. I was waiting for a comment from the background. But...
It is true.
Anyway, tonight is
Not
the
true.
this. There's a piece of plastic on my lathe. So let's get over to the lathe, have a look, and I'll bring in the earworms and we'll see who they are. How do I do that again? Oh, I'll press this button. There we go. There's the earworms. And I'll go to the overhead. Hide that. Oh, you don't really want to see that yet. You really don't. So we have Steve, the troublemaker. Yeah.
Don't know what you're on about. Don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, I do. And we have Terry from TJ Turning. And
Hello,
last but not
everybody.
least, the
Welcome back.
gorgeous Joe from your sugar.
Well,
Good evening, everybody.
that's
Thanks for
debatable.
coming in to give me a hand. Terry Barlett's shouting in the background, we want mess, we want mess.
I know.
We're gonna get that.
Right,
We're
so
gonna
I'm
get
just going to
mess.
give you a little update on my workshop because I've done a little bit of work on it. So this camera's going to move a bit. No, I've changed cameras again. And just because I'm turning resin, I went and I did that. I've done this. Move camera. That's it. I'll just let you see this. So there's we've done a little bit of upgrading the last couple of days over my workshop. So there's my buddy range there. Look, my chuck buddies up here. Look, chuck buddies along the wall. Our MT2 holder, faceplate holders, faceplate ring holders, and the new thing that we're trialing. Have a look at this, guys. This is the new thing that's getting tested to destruction. It's a
Full
sanding
screen,
buddy.
Brian. Full screen. People can't see it. Else.
Okay. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, let's go full screen. There you go. So
That's better.
we're trialing this these new little sanding buddies. So this one's for the Simon Hope. And there's the sander, look, sits on top. So it's perfect. But I'm going to trial that to destruction. And these ones are for, if it was Wayne's Live, it would be going at the drilly for your, drills. We come back over here.
That's
Just for tonight, we've improved the back of the lathe. So this is the back of the lathe here. We've got a board here, so is this.
all the resin won't go down the back.
So that lovely resin doesn't go down the back.
Oh, that's
Good idea.
cheating.
More,
Good
more
idea.
to go over the front.
Blooming cheating.
I've cheated. Right, back to the overhead. Bring you guys back in again. Yeah. So that's it. That's where we are currently. So I've got this piece of resin that Steve gave me. Thanks, Steve.
It's a beautiful piece of resin.
Anytime.
It's a lovely piece of resin. What kind of resin is it, Steve? You know what it is.
It's epoxy, 2-part epoxy resin, 2-to-1 ratio, with I believe there is blue, green, cerise, and maybe a bit and yellow in there as well. So it's 4 different.
There's a bit of yellow in it. I can see a little bit of blue down at the bottom here.
Yeah.
Up at the top end, there's more sort of blue and all sorts of colours in it. It looks, it's quite nice. So, seeing as this is my first attempt with resin, we'll just go turn an egg. It's Easter as well.
Turn
So
an inch
let's,
diameter egg.
Well, an egg
Little
this size.
workshop.
This is the size I'm aiming for. That'll be big enough. Oh, advertising, don't want to do that.
We'll send Michelle in about 10 o'clock to dig you
that's
out.
it. Yeah.
He will get a lot
So-
of this. He turned down that small.
We'll see. We'll see how this goes. So I'm going to put you guys in the background, and I have no idea how to start turning this even. But I'll go there. That's me.
Joe's got a big task tonight.
And yeah, it's going to have
She's
to
going to
sing.
read 73 names out. Look.
Is there 73 people waiting?
At the
Yeah, they come
moment.
to see you turn resin, mate. That's what it
These
is.
are all mad. That's all I can say. Right. So let's go. Let's see what happens. So
Just go
I'm
back to
led
the
to believe. Yeah, you can read out who's in the chat. And what I'm going to, just before you start, I'm going to try and take this end off and make a tannin on it to put it in a chuck. That's going to be the fat end of the egg. What do I need first? Right.
You need a snorkel to breathe when it comes off.
I need something to put over my face, I think. I think I'll try a face shield just to start with, because I've no idea what I'm doing.
You can guarantee that'll come towards you.
Oh, will I? What about if I said, Alexa, you can't hear me. Extractor on. Alexa, extractor on.
Ah,
you
that's
can hear
pretty,
it. Yeah.
that's pretty high tech, isn't it, eh?
That's pretty high tech, Brian.
So I
Especially
want
for
this to
Ireland.
be on. I want this to be on center, do? Cutting on center or just above.
Zaki's saying she would spindle work, mate.
Okay.
Small
Alexa,
cuts, though.
destroy resin. Hide resin.
I forgot how to turn the lathe on. Oh wait a minute! I know what I've done. I've hidden the control box because I was messing about today. There's the found it again. It's okay. It's hiding under the lathe. Right, here we go. So speed is our
Nice.
friend.
It is.
Go ahead,
Right,
Joe.
I'm gonna read
3,700
everybody's
resin.
Right, good evening, everybody. I'm just going to start at the top of my chat. Can't do anything else. So, welcome to Mark the Gentleman Woodturner, Susie Swiss Woodturner, Terry Bartlett, Gerard the French Turner, Wayne the Woodturner, Neil M, Michelle Ousby, Clint at Wood Dancers, Door 60, Gerard the French Turner, Lawrence Bagager, Trevor P Hobby Turner, Weeval's Teckle Turnings. Not even going to ask what the Teckle bit is. Todd at Glen Cove Woodwork.
Oh, I hate this already.
Spirit and Bear.
Look at this.
Dave Urty. I'm just going to ignore him moaning, everybody. Terry Barry's Wood Creations. Barry Chitty. We've got the Klondike Craftsman. Gary Glass.
Oh, that stinks.
Roger Kent. Is he still on? The Wood Dude. Good evening,
Looks like a candy floss machine.
We need to stick.
You didn't tell me it was rotten too.
Smells like almonds, doesn't it?
Tommy's
jeez.
Workshop.
Yeah, it does a bit, yeah.
Ward Wilson. I'm still keeping going. Wivey Woodshed. If I say everyone twice, it's only because I'm not concentrating properly. Norman
Yes, yeah.
Greenwell.
How are you supposed to turn with all that rubbish in there?
We've got Shane. Has he turned it off already?
I have to. I need to adjust my tool rest.
Look at them colours coming through that end.
Yeah.
Just look. We've got Nigel Foster.
Oh, yeah. I've taken my hood off. I don't think I need my hood. I've just put safety glasses on instead.
We've got Woodwork Learner. We've got Michelle Higgins. Ash at Kitey Shed. Doug Mill at Woodspun Round. We've got Rubber Dub Wood. We've got the Yorkshire Gate.
How big a... Oh, look at that. It's just disappearing down the funnel. Yay!
At last. Got David Vaughan. Radar the Woodturner.
Oh.
Gentle.
It splitters a bit, doesn't it?
It does if you're aggressive with
by
it.
Barry. Tipsy Turner. Michael Azzopardi. Alex of Wooden Things.
The problem is you can't even see the thing.
Steve
It's in
Hale.
there somewhere. I can't even see it now.
You're turning
Steve
with the force.
Jarvis. I'm still keeping going, everybody.
You work away, Joe. You're doing well.
Shop Dog Workshop. Well, there's 86 people in.
Oh, well
Don't
Yeah,
done,
by the
guys.
time you finish, Joe, you'll be saying so and so's got to leave now.
Get stuffed, Bray. I noticed I got volunteered for it. Larry Nixon.
I like the way it just sticks to Brian's arm as he's turning it.
Static
Paul
on it.
Hoyton, the Greasby Turner, AGK Woodworks.
That's
Neil M's asking if Steve, did you add extra fragrance?
No, I didn't know. That's the trouble. As soon as it grabs, it just wraps around and round and round and round.
See, the
Double
switchboard turner
smoke.
wants to know if you could put another camera facing you, right, so she can see all the resin sticking to you as it comes off.
If we get too far, Brian, you want to put a tenon on the end of that, mate?
That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to get to, Steve. I'm leaving a flat, kind of flat bit here.
Yeah.
Just on this end.
Do you have that trouble, Steve, when you're turning it?
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
I believe I've
It's all up my
got
nose and
everybody.
everything. Jeez.
If I've missed anybody off, I do apologise.
Have I got a camera in camera? I don't think I have. Can I make a quick? How do I do that, Steve?
Andy Wilbert Lerner wants to know if does the resin block the extractor at all?
If it goes down
No.
in big clumps, it will. If it goes down in big clumps, it will, because that'll grab on the side of the instructor tube.
Right.
Let's just leave it there for a second. No, let's go there.
To do a picture-in-picture, you can just bring your intro cam in, can't you? Or is that the one that's not quite working properly?
No, we can't see you screwing it up now, Brian.
That's frozen, Brian.
That's frozen.
Oh, there's Brian frozen.
Brian's frozen. Oh, well, that was that live, people.
Well, thanks for coming over. See you next week. Bye.
Yeah, I reckon he's done that on purpose. He's pressed the button so it'll stop and he don't have to do anymore.
What's he like?
Right, everybody, just in case he has gone, he's got to put another live up. Look for the next live, okay?
We'll try and
If he
chuck
disappears.
it. If we have to, we'll chuck it in the link before we go,
Yeah.
or in the chat before we go.
Oh, we've also got Copper Al Woodturning joined us.
Hi, Rob. Tommy's workshop. Hi,
Hello, Rob.
Tommy.
Nice ag, Rob, today.
Oh,
Go on.
Oh,
Go on.
Terry.
Terry's in charge.
I'm in charge. Welcome to my live. I'm in charge, people. Did I ever tell you the story about how Brian started to turn resin?
How did that go then?
He got buried. Nobody's seen him since. Took him 2 minutes.
Oh, dear.
Will Brian be
dear.
back? That's the story. Will Brian be back? The chat's still working. So any questions about me, Brian, Joe, Steve?
Of course,
You
you
try
must
and
be the
answer
first earworm in.
I
That's why it's
was.
showing you. Ah, yeah.
Rookie mistake.
Glenn's
Yeah,
put,
well, it's,
Glenn,
well, I
Brian,
came
you
in late on purpose, not to be.
Glenn's put, Brian, you look a lot younger.
Yeah. Well done, Glenn.
Oh, Roy's the Boys join us and RPM Woodworks.
Hello, Roy.
Ladies and
It's a live by me tonight, by the look of it.
gentlemen.
I should have had a script ready, shouldn't I, really?
Once upon a time.
However, everybody, just while we're this is right, in 1978, 77, this young lady. Oh, can you pass me a bit of paper there? Because it's a see-through thing. Pass me a bit of paper. That black, whatever.
Just while you're arranging that,
Th-
Benjamin
this
says,
this
hello-
young this young
Go on.
lady was. There we are.
Yep.
Miss 10-pin bowling.
Wow.
Is that Ruth?
1978. That's little Grandma Ruth.
Wow.
That,
Wow.
eh? Apparently she won it.
So you could say Ruth was a pin-up then.
Ruth was a pin-up.
Oh, that's
She was the-
terrible.
She was the 11th pin, as you can see. Just for posterity, this Miss 10-pin bowling. Look at that, eh? Brian's had a power cut. He's rebooting.
Oh.
He'll be back. So I'll just leave that up, actually.
Okay.
For now.
Poor old
got
Ruth
Benja-
sit there.
We've got
What have we got
Benjamin
here?
come in saying, hello, folks. I have some Dunbar. It's
Dunbar.
very nice. Turns out you
It
guys
just-
do have
when
good
I a-
taste. Who would
When
have
I asked her
thunk
to
it?
pass me a black background. She gives me a pamphlet about David Cassidy. How sad is that?
Oh, Ruth.
Any cred you had, Ruth, is just gone.
Any cred you has just gone, said Stephen. But you will hear it in a minute. She's listening as well. Put that down there. Right, anything else I can talk about then? Well, did I show you my fly tying box I made? Look at that.
I remember you turning that.
You did that on
You
live,
remember
didn't you?
it? It's got another lid as well.
Yeah.
Look at that.
What was it?
Two
What's
sides.
the
Two
flies
sides.
on? There's obviously an insert.
Yeah, it's like sort of hard sponge. Not
Okay.
sponge.
What, like you would get on a seat or something?
You know that hard?
Upholstery.
It's like hard stuff, and then the hooks just hook into them, so you just pull them out again. Ah,
He's back.
Brian.
He's
I'm back.
He's
That's
back.
all right, Brian. We've been talking about you.
That's all right.
Well,
We had
actually-
a power cut, guys.
actually,
We had a power cut.
When I became live first earworm, we stopped talking about you.
Oh, that's all right.
We started talking about Ruth instead.
Oh, that's even better. So
Uh,
I'm back. Is everybody still there?
Pass that thing in,
Yeah,
Ruth.
we've got
I think so,
90,
yeah.
94 people.
Oh my God.
Put
Susie's
me on
just
full
looked
screen
at him.
again, Brian. So
is
you
it?
can see this. Put me on full screen so you can see
Oh,
this.
Yeah, you got
hold
to.
on. There's Terry. There.
Remember, I said 1977.
Yep.
This young lady was Miss 10-pin bowling. Look at that. It's Grandma Ruth.
That's Grandma Ruth.
See why I married her, can you?
You can, aye. You finished now?
Yeah, he's finished.
There was only two people
Right.
going in for it, mine, but you know.
Oh.
Shocker, Terry. Right, here we go. Let's get
Right.
back. Let's get back to turning, guys.
So Susie said that she had a crush on David Cassidy when she was 13, 14.
Did she? Ruth was about 35 then, Susie. 40.
Let me go to that camera.
Michelle's put he didn't pay the electric bill.
Ah, that's why. Andy Woodwork Learner asked the question, Terry, who did you bribe to get your badge? Nobody. It's just sheer skill, Andy.
Right, let's try and make a 10 on this now.
You should get one, Andy. Everybody should get one. Just so you can.
Maybe
Just
need
an
a-
ordinary size 10 on this, Steve, is it?
Yeah, just what you'd normally do on anything, mate. Just treat it like you was turning
Okay.
a normal out of wood.
Ward Wilson said 94 people found Terry more interesting.
Oh, it's not nice.
Why am I not surprised by that?
Wow.
Terry has a shocking amount of stories to tell, guys.
It's market shop dog workshop, isn't it? What
Yes,
kind
it
of
is.
resin is it you're turning? What did you say it was, Steve?
It's
Something
epoxy.
different.
So the brand is Depoxy, which is the one I always.
Epoxy.
Which is
You say
always the one I use.
depoxy.
Yeah, Depoxy.
Epoxy.
Right. Okay.
Right, I need a 10 sizing gauge.
We could do
Uh,
with a
54.
different view on the camera. Can we have a
Oh,
wide view?
I say that's better.
Maybe? That's it.
But,
Yeah, I just showed you. Let you see the streamers coming on.
Oh, we can see them all right.
Okay, fair bit to go yet. I was trying to get that to go right down the shaft, but it didn't go. It's much
suppose
easier
really-
using a scraping tool.
You could have had the tube over your shoulder. You just turn the resin straight into it.
yeah.
Yeah, I
You'll be
might try
turning
that
the
in a minute.
center in a minute.
I might try that in a minute. Get a vacuum cleaner and just tape it to my shoulder here.
Yeah, that's it.
Just tape it to the back of your hand. That's where it's all going.
Yeah, it is really, yeah. Get in there. Get in. Better
It
check
just
that
flew
again now.
past then, didn't it?
A little bit more.
When we find the live lasts 4 hours. It's 1 hour to turn and 3 hours to dig you out.
Nah, it's actually not that bad. Actually, it's
Having said that, what's it like to turn? You know,
well, it's okay as long as you, as Steve said, just light cuts.
Mhm.
Let's just see how that goes. See,
As
can
soon
I
as
get
you-
it in a 10 now?
As soon as you try and force it, that'll just shatter on you.
Well, I'll tell you what, that squeezes up a whole lot. Yeah, okay. Let me try that. Put that in a chuck now.
600 grams, Lewis, is the quantity of resin on roughly what Brian's got there.
How am I supposed to get something like that now? Right, let's knock this out. There we go. Pop
Neil
that
M's saying, Brian, Steve
Yes.
says he wants you to send him all the shavings back to him.
That's already arranged. That's why I cleaned out the blue bin that all this is going into.
it's ready for it all.
And the next time I'm sending Steve something, guess what he's getting?
Oh, well,
It's packing.
that's fine.
And
I
we
don't
got to
mind
clean
that.
the thread off it before you put a chuck on. Here we go.
Yes, Derek.
Hoover number 1.
Have you
See how many
seen? It
times
was right
people
close to hand there.
count how many times he hoovers people. This must be a shock to you, Brian.
There you go.
Even got to be
Let's
careful
use-
when you're hoovering up with that. Is that the resin causes static down the tube?
Does it?
It does. So you need to be
And you get a fire.
careful. Well, no, not a fire. You just get a nasty crack from it now and again.
Brian Eltonaro de Madeira is in.
Oh, you mean Brian with a Y?
He's got a problem with Brian with Y, isn't he?
Yeah, he has. Every time he comes, he says Brian with the Y's in. Brian with the Y.
It's Brian with a Y.
Why, Brian?
Yeah, she said the amount of static you're producing, you won't need the national grid anymore.
Don't over tighten it, that'll shatter.
That's what I was thinking. Right.
Good evening, Brian with a Y anyway. How are you?
Yeah. Good evening, Brian with the Y.
So now I need to get the size. So I need to leave a bit more there.
Yeah.
I'm just
We'll
going to
get
make a little parting line here.
You got a 3/8 bowl gouge. That'll give it a nice shape.
Yeah, I'm just going to make a little parting line here.
Yeah, nice ribbons.
That's right, Royce. He did. Royce saying, I thought Brian said he wasn't going to clean up until after.
Well, I wouldn't have done, but then I had the opportunity because the power went off.
Mark, General Genesis, he's found that a negative rake scraper works well on resin.
Well, that's kind of what this is. That's kind of what I'm using. Like,
You get a nice cut with a bowl gouge and a spindle gouge.
yep, we'll do it now. Oh, look at that. Whee!
No,
Yeah,
wraps around the
we-
chuck.
And then suddenly it just got hit by the chuck,
Wrapped around.
and I'm getting
That's
beat to
the
death
thing,
by it. So I'm going to have to take that off.
Can you do me a favor, Steve?
What's that, mate?
Never send me a piece of resin.
Oh, that was what Brian requested when I gave him that bit. Send
Yep.
Terry, please.
Everybody else has to turn the
No
bit.
way.
Pete as well.
No, I'm not turning it. No, I can't go with that.
Pete took the half. He couldn't come in. He wouldn't come in tonight. He took the half. Right, so we're going to try a little 10 mil bowl gouge and see how that
Cool.
works. And we're turning at 1500, or should I go a bit faster?
A bit fast, mate. As fast as you can.
3,700, Brian.
Nah, that's 2000. That'll do me.
Andy wants to know, is that walnut?
Yeah.
May have walnuts.
It's
May have
it's
walnuts in
better,
it. We don't know. We could have walnuts in it.
Hold on. Hold on a minute.
It looks as though it turns easy.
It does. As long as you don't force it before. I think you'd be better off with a bigger bowl gouge, Brian.
Bigger one.
I reckon you'll go 3/8. Oh, you'd be better with a 3/8.
Half inch. Or something.
And Lewis is saying, higher, all you have. Is that the
Speed.
speed, I suppose?
Yeah.
Tim from TF Turning has just joined. Hello, Tim.
Hi,
Brian
Tim,
is
there you
turning
go.
his first
All right,
piece of
Tim.
resin.
All right, so that's 2,330 revolutions.
So you look at that.
Get up to 3,000. Go on.
Yeah, I have to change the bell for that.
Oh, you're on the slowest one.
And that's a 3/8 bowl gauge.
Gerard's
for
got to
those
use this.
shavings
Use
go
it as a
all
paperweight.
over.
No need to turn it then.
Brian looked like
No.
a Frosty the Snowman by the time he's finished.
He will, won't he? He'd be waking up in the morning, be all in the bed, under the pillow, be everywhere. Look at that, eh?
Oh, come on, get off me. God, I hate that stuff.
Get off me. I think this might
Right,
be his
let's
first
go.
and last piece.
Welcome to
Let's go.
Brian's first ever turning resin and his last ever turning resin.
Let's try and make the shape of the top for. Oh, look at that.
What tile stock?
What no tail stock?
Yeah, as soon as you try and take a little bit bigger cut, it just shatters. It just goes into tiny little chips.
Yeah, if you try and push on it, that'll just obliterate. You just got to
So
let the gouge
actually-
do the work.
I'm just letting that gouge sit there now, and it's doing its own thing.
Yeah, you can't force it.
Can't see it,
Can't
but he's
see
letting it do
it.
its own.
Can't see it. Oh, no, they can.
It's turning with the force.
Oh, what?
Yeah, look at it. Look, look. He looks like Wayne now. He got a white beard. Look.
Oh no, you should have done that, Ron. But
Don't forget, not too much down the nozzle at once. It'll jam the thing up.
It's a 4-inch nozzle, and it's going straight into a cyclone. So
You think?
it is. It's less than a yard away, less than a meter away from the cyclone.
Yeah, that definitely reminds me of candy floss.
Mm.
I'm just waiting for this bit to catch on that step center, and then it'll be away too. There it goes.
Whoosh.
Yeah, it's slow progress.
but it's worth it.
Well, you've only been half hour, Brian. Put tenon on around the edge. Plenty of time.
Everybody's got to stay till Brian's finished because everybody wanted Brian to
Yes,
turn
that's
resin.
right.
It's,
You
it's
know,
all
there we
stuck
go
to
now.
my glasses and everything.
You can't see.
Disaster of a thing, this. Whose idea was this?
Oh,
Yours.
Mark, the gentleman wood turner, says, "Oh man, this is funny."
It is.
I'll tell you what, it doesn't have
Quite
to gouge up.
entertaining.
Yeah, that'll soon blunt it.
Trouble
kept
is, you won't
that
be able to find where
secret,
his
didn't
sharpening
you?
system is.
What's that? What did I keep a secret? No, I said that
Right.
yesterday. I'd sharpen twice.
If he told Brian all that happens, then Brian would definitely wouldn't have turned it, would he? So
Oh,
Well,
look
I
at
gave
that.
him pre-warning. I did one yesterday.
good man of the sea. Look.
I watched it too, in horror.
Susie and Todd has just said hashtag resin for Terry, not blinking lightly.
So does Todd.
I'll just throw that on the floor.
Oh, Brian.
That's about the middle there somewhere. That's where I want the thickest part of the egg to be. So we'll go back to there and then just shave a bit off there.
You might want to go. You might want to go overhead again. Then.
Overhead.
We can see the shape then, can't we?
So that's the middle. That's where I want the thickest part of the egg to be.
But
So we'll
an
just try
inch
to bring
less
this down
diameter,
a little
maybe.
bit. I think that is blunt already, you know.
So you can shear cut it if you have to.
Actually, that works quite well.
Gerard's got a question for you, Brian. Are you hollowing the inside of the egg?
Oh,
Yeah, no.
You can't even find the egg.
There's an egg in there somewhere.
What do you mean hollow it? I can't even see the
follow
damn
it.
thing. Should I zoom that camera out a bit so you guys can see a bit?
Oh no, we can see plenty.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at them colours coming through there. Look.
Yeah.
Nice colours. Yeah.
Oh, come off. There's a torture of a thing. I could take that step centre away now, couldn't I? It's
Yeah,
held
as
in
long
the
as you got a
chuck.
good hold. Yeah, as long as you got a good hold, mate.
Yeah, let's have a look. I might be able to get this to go down the chute. Let's see. Because the step centre's kind of holding it there. Oh, well, if this comes off, it'll be sore. No matter.
Todd's also said, I think Brian should have started with a resin pen blank. Well, Brian has turned
one of
resin
those.
pen blanks.
And it was terrible, he said. Now he's got a big egg to turn.
Yeah, the challenge has just increased.
Yeah.
How are you
Time to
supposed to turn
sharpen.
that? Get off. Yeah, I
Sharpen
think
your
you're right,
tool up.
Darry. I think you're right. I give it a quick sharpen. If you want to see that, that's what we just do. See, can I get this on here?
Nigel Foster, Steve, are you going to put a tachometer on your lathe? Now you see mine. I've actually had the tachometer to do it since before I moved the actual lathe.
I'll have a wee drink of tea while I'm here.
Yeah, I would.
But I haven't had a chance to do it yet, mate. I will do it though. I've built the case for the tachometer. I just haven't had a chance to fit it. But yeah, it's a good idea.
It's a poor excuse. Not like you to be making excuses, Steve.
I'm not making. I just honestly one of the things that I've not really thought about, to be honest.
Don't really need it, Steve, actually, just as long as you know what speed your lathe running in your mind.
Well, a lot of it is
What
by
work
hair
you do.
anyway, isn't it? You hear the
Yeah,
lathe,
because
don't you?
you hear it, you look at it, that's fine.
It's a bit like driving a
Camera's
car.
frozen, Brian. That camera's frozen.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, at least we can hear you. So.
What do you think it's doing? Let's try it again.
That's better.
Did you contact Sorby about your bill?
I did,
And?
but the email came pinging back to me again. So I have to find another email address.
Mark's laughing so hard he's had to go and get a beer.
I have to tell you something. That 3/8 spool gauge is sharpening in a different place. What's going on there?
It's proven to be challenging evening.
Yeah. You should have 6 bow gauges all lined up, ready to use.
I've got 6. Well, I've got a half-inch one there. I could use that, I suppose.
Yeah, use that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, life is about challenges, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it
Hear
is.
that bouncing?
You're doing a grand job anyway, Brian.
Right, we'll just go back to the overhead now. The overhead.
Entertaining us anyway.
Try that overhead. Leave that there.
That's a bit.
Switch it back on again. See
Put
how
on the other one, Brian. Put it back on the other one. The other one's better picture.
Oh, this one.
That's it. Yeah, it's better. You wouldn't want to do a complex shape with that stuff, would you?
It's surprising
I'm liking that.
Surprising how well it does. Once you get the hang of it, surprising how well you can shape it. I mean, when I did that big bullet, there's some nice tight curves on that, and that went really easy. It's like anything, you just got to get used to it.
Yeah, it looks lovely. It's just the mess.
Ben's just put, this is making me want a great cheese.
Cheese grater. It's a cheese grater.
You could hollow it out, cut it in half, hollow it out, and make a box out of it, bro.
I could, but I'm not gonna. I've got one of those little hinge things I could use.
Yeah, that would be good. Don't remind him, Andy.
Mark, I can't believe you're not in the workshop. Mark from Shop Dogs just making me want to go back down to the workshop.
Yeah.
He normally lives in his workshop, bless him.
He's come to see Brian turn resin. Come for a laugh.
Same as the other. How many's in there? 90? How many people got watching? Let's have a look.
92.
92 people are watching Brian turn resin for the first and last time.
Yeah.
Robert from Hodgepodging. Hi, Robert.
Hello, Robert.
Evening.
He's put that's a nice looking candy corn.
Brian's not speaking, and he's concentrating.
Yes.
Very rare you get Brian not speaking.
Think that's all right there.
Yeah, it looks lovely.
I think what I might do now is I might try this.
Ooh.
There you go. Look at that.
This is just my standard skew, which is ground to 20 degrees on either side, obviously. And I'm just using it as a negative rake scraper.
Doug Miller's wishing wants to know, Joe, how's Glyn doing?
Yeah, he's all right. He's we've both ended up suffering and what have you, and it's taken a little bit of time, but every day's a better day. So he can't be very well, actually, to be fair, because he's not moaned as
Quiet.
much. Yeah, but he's doing all right.
Need to take more off there yet.
So Ben's asking you a question, Brian.
What is
So
it?
how are you going to incorporate your new love of this medium into other pieces?
Um,
Music question would be better, Ben.
I'm not sure how I can answer that. I just need to make it a bit more egg-shaped. It wasn't
Yeah.
egg-shaped enough
It
for me.
was a bit round, wasn't it?
Yeah. One I did yesterday was a bit chunky in the middle. I should have took it
So
down a
this
bit more.
this is the pointy end of the egg now.
That's the bit where the chicken squeezes.
And why has it got a pointy end?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Shows the chicken's ass doesn't shut with a bang.
Oh,
Shot with a bang.
Like that. There you go. It's another cheat. That's another egg laid.
Right, so that's a reasonable shape there. I'll just have to bring this in round the bottom now. See if I can find out where my pattern off line is.
Susie is asking Brian, where is Morris? And why is he not watching? Morris is buried, Susie.
There he is.
There he is.
And it's Maurice.
he's keeping a low profile.
You won't see him for long if he's there. Get down on it.
Is it me? I
One
can't
cat.
see the blue yet.
It's in
this
there.
end. It's in the end there. I think you'll find, Joe.
Is it? The other colours are beautiful.
So this
together.
wing of the gouge is nice and sharp.
Gerard's put, I am very tired and should go to bed, but it is worth staying to watch this. Of course it is, Gerard.
Thanks, Jared.
And
You can
Tommy's workshop. Oh, what a mess.
I'm not
Oh,
so sure
well,
it's worth it, but no matter.
Brian's
Oh, look
retired.
at me. Look at me.
Brian's retired. What else will he do tomorrow other than tidy up?
Yeah, that's what he can do.
I won't believe in this workshop until it's tidy.
It'll be Wednesday then.
I might actually have to go a little bit. Look at the state of this place. I can stuff it fucking everywhere. I think I need to take a bit more off here to get past the
Yeah,
So
it's sort of, yeah.
shiny bit of your. Ah, Whose idea was this?
Yours.
I do like turning at this speed, though, I have to say.
Yeah, speed
Oh,
is
well,
your
that's something.
speed is definitely your friend when you're turning resin.
Is that full power on the second bell, is it?
Yeah, flat out, yep.
Bailey's Woodworks has joined. Hi, Bailey. How you doing?
Hello, Chris.
All right, Chris.
I know,
Michelle
doing this
said-
stuff.
Michelle said, lock the door when you come in.
Ah, jeez.
If he comes in, Michelle, well, I'll see.
Like, what's going on here? I mean, what?
You should have done that smock up.
Sake.
That's even worse when you're wearing a power shield because it creates static electricity. Just sticks to the front of the shield.
Yeah, it's all stuck in
can't-
my glasses and everything. It's
You
inside my
can't see
glasses.
it.
Would you believe? I can't get that off now. Oh, come off. I'll be able to see where I'm going. That's not. We're getting to kind of half decent shape there now, I have to say. If I run it backwards, it'll just spin back off again.
So Tommy's
Oh no,
workshop.
I've just killed Maurice. Oh no.
Just kill Maurice.
Tommy's workshop's just, but even my missus says that looks messy.
It's not really messy, but there's
So
great big
Neil-
strings, but you just feed it down the thing.
Neil M's asking you a question, Brian. Brian,
Yes,
do you
mate.
regret begging Steve for that blank?
I don't remember begging for it. Someone tells me I just got mugged. That's not
Benjamin
bad.
says,
Wee bit,
says,
yeah.
I wonder if leaving your workshop covered in resin shavings is a good theft deterrent. They wouldn't be able to get in, would they?
No. Well, you see where they went out.
Oh, that's nice.
Robert from Hodgepodge's got a good point, actually. He says, if you had O'Donnell jaws, it'd be easier to take the resin off it, shavings off.
I'm not falling for that, Robert.
Good afternoon to Greg Alexander. He's joined for the fun.
Hi, Greg. How you doing?
Hi, Greg.
This is Brian's first resin turning. Proper
Well, I'm
resin
glad
turning
you are
sets.
finding it fun anyway. That's a bonus.
Gerard, Brian, are you concentrating on the turn or is your mind on what a mess to clear up?
Yeah, a bit of both, to be honest. My
Barry
mind is
says
actually
his sides
concentrating
are
on
hurting.
how can I be safe and get this thing done as quick as I can and get my workshop tidied up.
And Andy, the woodwork learner, saying, would it make that much mess with an SK114 chuck?
No, wouldn't. Not with O'Donnell jaws because they're smooth. You just slide it off.
There we go.
Mess to be the same, just wouldn't stick to the chuck so much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all stuck to my face and everything.
AGK, I will say it right, says, we are loving it.
Yeah.
So,
good.
so are we. So are we.
So we'd love
Yeah.
seeing Brian squirm and curse.
Thanks, boys. Thanks, geez, thanks.
First time for everything, Brian. Stephen the Wood Dude says he videoed his first turning today,
Well done.
just for fun. But it was wood. Resin will never be allowed to enter my workshop.
Oh,
That's what I said, Stephen.
don't know what you're missing, mate. You don't know what you're missing.
Well, we could see what we're missing.
Yeah, but look at the results you get at the end of it. A little bit of mess.
A buried mouse, and soon to be a buried Brian.
You do get some nice
All for
results.
turning
out
off
of
an inch of resin blank.
it. Yeah, but you do get some nice results from it.
You do.
Now, Grandma Rooftube is saying there is no way Terry is doing this. If he does, he won't see his 71st birthday. And evening all.
Hi, Ruth. How are you? Sorry to say,
Hey,
Ruth.
Ruth, how you doing, babes?
It's in the post.
It's in the point, yeah. I'm moving then.
I've got a great big tool mark just here.
Oh, Brian, what you done?
He's got a big tooth. tool, Mark.
Radar the wood turner says you'll be finding resin years after turning it. It's looking good though, Brian. You're doing a grand job.
Yeah.
Is it starting to look relatively egg-shaped?
Yes.
It's always a bonus, is that, considering
Mm.
you were doing an egg.
Egg shit, that.
Egg-shaped-ish.
It's not far out. It's good. It's good shape.
You stay there, buddy.
Well,
Turn that off a minute. Go
The
away,
only thing I would do, I'd put a thin parting tile line down the bottom so you can curve
Right,
that
yeah.
bottom just a little bit. Yeah, just so you can curve the bottom around a little bit more.
Thin part tool.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll use this.
Actually,
bit
turn it with a parting tool. Make the curve with a parting tool.
No, I'll use this one first to take a bit more off. Oh,
Just mind that sharp edge, though, Brian. I cut myself yesterday on one of those.
oh, that's right here, aye.
Yeah.
Question from Gerard for you there, Steve. For the master of resin, Steve, which one is easier for resin, traditional or carbide tools?
Well, I personally think if you're turning polyester resin, carbides, if you're turning epoxy, I only ever use traditional on epoxy because it turns really nice with them. But if you've got carbides, you could do it with carbides. There's a lot of turners. There's a lot of turners who do turn epoxy with carbides.
A thin parting tool to go in here.
No, where you're going to part it off,
Where you were, yeah.
just put a line in there.
Be good if I could see it.
we can see it.
Have to direct him.
And how small a bit can I leave here, Steve?
You don't want to go no less than about 3/4 of an inch, really, to start, just in case. I mean, you took all the stress out of it already, haven't you? But
Well, mostly aye.
I just heard footsteps.
yeah, behind you, Joe. Joe, they're behind you.
Yeah, look out behind you, Joe. It's creeping up on you, Joe. Won't be Glennie snoring by now.
Well, we live in a ground floor flat, so that'll be difficult.
Right, how about that?
Lovely. Using second slip to catch up.
Yeah, I know.
That's egg shape. That's egg shape. That's good.
I think that looks really nice.
Looks good.
Now I'm just trying to get rid of the tool marks. The big.
I do
Try
Foster
something else.
saying drill out the base and put some LEDs inside.
I don't know if that would work, Nigel, because how much pigment I put in. I don't know if you'd see the color, the light coming through it. To be honest,
I don't think you would on this because there's a lot of pigment in this.
yeah, there is a lot. I think there's 4 or 5 different colors in there, and I did make it quite concentrated.
Paul Finley wood turning at home is in.
All right, Paul, how you
Right,
doing?
Paul.
Hello, Paul. And Paul also says,
That's
he must say,
don't
Brian,
like
the workshop is looking well.
that. Yeah, thanks. I don't like that. You don't get as good a finish with that.
No.
You need a flat scraper, really.
Yeah, the skew is.
Turning Time Creations. Hi all, never enter the chats.
That's
But
a new
Jesus,
name.
Jesus wet Brian. I have resin, but I left it in the can. But looks at this, that's where you should leave it.
I have to say that I'm kind of using my hands a lot. You can't really see that if I go up there a bit. So I'm actually, rather than just turning my body, I'm using my hands quite a bit with the scraper.
"97 people watching, Brian."
Amazing. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. I know you're only here to see me destroy a bit of resin, like, but
No, no. They're not. They're here to see you turn and destroy your workshop.
Yeah.
So Susie's put in a request for next week.
Yeah.
Steve, are you mixing up another batch of resin for Brian for his live next week? What colours
No,
do you
he's
want,
not.
Brian? What colours do you want, Brian?
I reckon Brian's going to get really, really into this.
Should we?
I can see in 6 months' time, Brian will be turning nothing but resin.
Well, they'd be clearing up still.
He won't bother then. He just won't bother to clear up.
Not a chance in hell, big lad.
He wouldn't sleep unless he cleans his workshop. He won't be to sleep.
It's actually hard
Happiness
getting it quite smooth, Steve, is it not?
Yeah.
Or is that just
Yeah,
my
'cause
bad turning?
No, because it does. You can get lines in it quite easy if you're not careful. It's just gentle passes over it until you.
So we're not so
Happiness
bad
is
up
egg
here.
shaped.
I don't think I don't know if that'll stand out or not. There's tiny little. You can just feel them with your fingers. One about there somewhere. I'll try.
Yeah,
and
if
remove.
you're not careful, you get chatter lines using a flat
Yeah.
blade.
They'll stand out though. They'll stand out.
Yeah, they will stand out. If you use
Do it
40
gently.
grit, you'll be fine.
Regret.
I haven't got 40 grit.
That does sound quite. Just when you sand it, don't sand it quick because that will melt, or that'll melt to the sandpaper, shall I say?
I slow it down a bit to sand it.
Yeah.
It's all
Glyn
very
says
technical.
sanding is more effective than it is on wood, Brian.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You use it. You use the second Yorkshire grit as well. You know, the microphone on this as well as
That
the,
will be, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And cross.
And maybe T cut as well, maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
Might
cross.
be a bit boring for me. It's just a little kind of tool mark just about there somewhere. Try and get rid of it.
Gerald French turn, Steve. Why don't you mix some wood with resin for Brian? He would have some wood in it, so no more. He'd still complain, Gerald.
Yeah, he complains everything, doesn't he?
What are you trying to say,
Nothing.
Stephen?
I'm not trying to say anything, man. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
look, it's in my drawers and everything now.
Well, why do you have your drawers open?
Drawers.
Do your trousers up.
Yeah, do your trousers up in your drawers.
Not them drawers, Joe.
It's in wire fronts.
Right.
It's in these wire fronts.
How am I getting down in here, Steve?
Well, that's what I said. You need to run a parting tool down there. You just have to gently sand it.
How? It's sand in there.
You only
can
got
reverse
sand,
turn it.
I'm
you
going to
only
have to
got
put this.
In the jam chuck.
You no. You ain't got to do that. You can get if you're using a piece of abranet or paper, you can get down there.
Right. Well, I think I'm ready for sanding.
You can
I
turn.
think-
You can turn away some of that big chunky bit. Was
Well, this bit.
yeah.
Ah,
you
there's
could-
only.
No, you can't turn that away.
I can turn a bit of it away. I can take it down
Turn
the
a bit
side
of
of the jaws.
Actually, the turn a bit of the fat bottom of the egg next to the chuck. You can turn that down, can't you?
Turn this down a bit more.
No, I
Down
would.
here.
I wouldn't turn that down. I like the shape of that. I think that's a nice shape.
We could come a little bit tighter in here if I could get a tool in there. So you use a skew.
Try it. Gently.
What do you think?
Make sure the bevel's tight to it. You will. Don't get a catch with that. Get that up gently. Don't want it to crumple. Yeah, perfect.
That's the business.
So Nigel Foster, Steve, have you ever tried putting resin shavings into resin? Yes, I have. I've got a blank in the garage or in the workshop, funny enough, with excuse me, white shavings in it in yellow and
Sanding.
red. So,
Sanding. I have some abranet somewhere. Where is that abranet? Rubbish.
Where's that
Alright.
abranet rubbish? And you're going to use it because you think it's rubbish.
I do. I don't like it.
Nice orange
why-
in there.
That's why I'm going to use
There's lovely colours in there, Steve. You've done well.
See the
with
blue now,
cats
Joe.
and
Joe,
that.
can you see the blue now?
120,
I can see
400,
the blue now. Yes, it's come through nicely.
180, 320, 240.
62,000.
80 is as small as I got.
That'll do it.
So
No, turn it down a bit. Turn the speed down.
Yeah. Don't let that melt.
About 1,000.
Yeah. Well, between there and
Oh.
500.
Oh, all right, okay, less.
Yeah, because the resin will get hot if not.
Okay. I can get that arbonite in there, actually.
Did I not say that?
You said that, Steve.
You said that, Steve.
Must be an echo in it.
I must have missed that. Sorry.
You get that
Sorry,
down
Steve.
in there. Funny that.
That's a bit strange. That's funny, Steve. I missed that.
Yeah, I agree, Andy. It does work good on resin.
Well, I nearly swore then.
Wow.
See, that's what I don't like about arbonite. It just fills up.
That's because you push too hard.
I'm pushing too hard. I'm not pushing hard at all. I'm just letting it do its thing. See, look, filled up already. Look.
Yeah, I'll tap it and it'll come out. Sandpaper does exactly the same.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, Heather's just I put.
I got a feeling this is going to take. Oh, got a feeling this is going
Don't
to take.
try
a
and
while.
rush this, Brian, because Steve, when Steve turns it, he sounds it quite a while. So
I'm
don't you
not
try
rushing.
and rush it. You've only been on an hour. Well, due to your lateness, you've only been on 55 minutes. But
What do you mean late? What do you mean lateness?
You know,
you're like a bride at a blinking wedding. You are every time. You know, like 8 o'clock, Brian. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're starting in the 5 minutes.
his actual words are "make them bloody wait."
That's
just say
so
that.
not true.
I'm an influencer. They'll wait.
Yeah, so am I. I have trouble influencing myself, never mind anybody else. Although
Actually,
I have got one of those what do you call them videos? Review video coming out. Somebody sent me a microphone, guys,
And when's that
which I
coming?
will be reviewing
That
shortly.
means you're going to speak even more.
That means I'm going to talk even more, yeah.
So when's that video coming out then, Brian?
Yeah, we got that.
Well, I don't know. I'll have to film it tomorrow.
All right. Wednesday.
So, I have to do it tomorrow and put it out Wednesday. Yeah, okay. I've also got the square bowl video to come out as well.
Oh yeah.
Let me have a look at that. I'm supposed to do it this way as well. I'm not seeing.
Yep.
Oh, I bet
This
you
this camera you got on now.
Yeah.
Is that your camcorder?
Why is it went out of focus?
Yeah. Is it on autofocus?
Yeah. I don't know how to do anything else.
Oh, okay. So Grandma Rufus Tube has said the colours when it's turning are like Saturn. Yeah, with the yellows and the reds. Yeah, do Ruth.
Should I go a different camera there? Won't be that one.
The woodwork learner saying they should send you cleaning materials for you to review, Brian, especially
Yeah.
brooms.
Especially brooms.
Well, I only use one broom. I use a vacuum cleaner a lot. If anyone wants to send me a nice new vacuum cleaner, that would be good. Oh, there's big ring marks around the end of that. That's
Or even
Gerard the French Turner. Gerard the French Turner says, Brian, he does apologise. It is really fun to watch, and you find defeated your demon of resin, but I can't keep my eyes open any longer. Too tired.
Bye, Jared.
Good night,
See you
mate.
soon.
Have a
And
good rest.
congratulations.
I knew Sandy would put.
We are proud of you. Bye, bye, Gerard.
Bye,
Oh,
Jared.
step, mate.
I knew fine you would fall asleep.
So if Festal are listening, Brian needs a new Hoover to review.
You knew Hoover to review.
Who's listening?
Festal.
Faster.
Festo, yeah. Yeah, okay. That's going to help me. Festo.
And if Axminster are listening, Brian needs a new lathe.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I've got this lovely Axminster lathe, but I've got record power chucks on it. So
would do. Question: when filming your work with autofocus, does it go in and out of focus compared with manual? Yes. You I always set my cameras to manual focus, Stephen.
you're going to have to tell me how to do that, Steve.
All right, mate. Depends on what mode you're on.
Okay. I want automatic.
That's
Right,
not
okay.
going to work then, Brian. You need to be
Well,
on manual.
we'll get together tomorrow night and I'll show you how to do it.
Okay, mate.
Ooh,
That'll do.
there we go.
Right, that's
Benjamin's got
polish
it
now.
right. He said that he
This
thinks
is- this
screw
look-
fix vac is more Brian's target audience.
Grandpa
I-
Jim's joined us. He's going, what? Resin on Brian's channel?
Grandpa
Hello, all
Jim.
back in Michigan.
Yeah,
Good
the resin
evening,
should
Grandpa
get to
Jim.
Michigan
Hi,
by
Jim.
tomorrow, I think, Jim. It's on its way.
This is like polishing an ice rink. Right, that was 80 grit. Let's go to 120. See what
So
happens.
now you're going up the grits, Brian. Don't sand too hard, too long. Just try enough just to get rid of those previous marks.
Don't be as aggressive, is what you're
Mm.
saying.
Don't press hard.
Yeah.
I'm not pressing hard at all. Look, my fingers are just touching that, no more. It's a nice shape, that, though.
Dave, Steve, do you clean between grits? No, not with mess, mate. I normally just wipe it off with my hand.
Well, I'll put a little bit. Can I use mess on it? Will that make any difference to it? No.
No, what I mean, all the method is just show you what colour it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do next when I've done this grit.
No, sand it all up first and then show us at the end when you hit it. With
All right, okay.
So.
I just wanted to give those tired people a little sneak preview.
Oh,
But no, let them
Let 'em
wait to
wait.
the end.
let 'em
Yeah,
wait.
let them wait to the end.
It'll be worth the wait.
It will.
Now,
I know a
I'll
lot of resin turners do turn up to several grits and then they put meths on it just to show people. But
Yeah. No, just do it all first, then finish it. I did turn a piece of resin once. Well, I turned a resin pen. Well, actually, I turned half a resin pen, and I turned the other bit. I turned the other bit in wood. I couldn't stick the resin.
I did send him some blanks, but he didn't use them.
I
Who?
still got them. I sent them back if you like.
who, Terry?
Yeah.
Send me,
Couldn't cope
Terry.
with
I
it.
love it.
I sent it. Yeah, I could tell that, Brian. You got it, mate. They're on their way to Ireland.
No. Shut up, Brian.
I will get around to it one day when I'm
Desperate.
Yeah, when you're old,
really
don't they?
bored. When I forget and think they're wood.
Could I stick a bit of this Abranet on a Simon Hope like spinny sander thing? Would that help? No.
You try it, you just get swells in it, won't you?
Actually, Ben's got quite a good question here for Ben. Would the mess
For
help
Ben.
show any scratches that might need removing?
Yeah, they will do. But if what I always do is I stand up to 600, then go on to the Yorkshire grit.
What?
If you spend time on your Yorkshire grit, 9 times out of 10 you'll remove all the marks.
Can I not just go to 240 and then go to your grit?
Well, you can do, but you'll end up spending a long time. You can do it if
Really?
that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
that's what
you
I-
need to go a
that's-
bit higher, don't you?
That's what I do in wood.
Wood's different though, isn't it?
It's different. It's a different medium.
Yeah, resin. You'll see the marks on resin a lot more than you do wood.
Good job. It's only an Agonal candlestick or something, or a box.
Or a 2-foot bowl.
Could you not cast it that shape, Steve? So we just got to take a few finishing cuts.
just
Just polish it up.
Yeah.
polish it up, yeah. Where's the fun in that? Where's the fun, eh? Come on. I'm struggling to find where the fun is, guys. Come on, somebody tell me where the fun is.
What, in turning resin?
When you see that gleam, you'll go, "Well, all
Yeah.
that fuss."
Right, that's what was that? That was two. What was that? 120.
120.
We'll go to 240 next. Oh, that's making a difference now, though.
So Mark from Shop Dogs, but I have to go up to 1200, then
What?
then up to buffing compound. That's usually because I do a lot of he does a lot of clear, doesn't he? Because he does a lot of clear.
Oh, a lot of clear resin, yeah.
Yeah, but you can once you've done your Yorkshire grit original,
Mhm.
if you look at it, you can usually see some little tiny. You might
Specks.
see a few little tiny scratches in it that
It's
going
not
over it
normal.
with the Yorkshire grit again and get rid of those.
Then when you go the microphone when it comes up.
Yeah, the microphone is just to buff it up, really, to make it shine.
Mhm.
Yeah, once you get above sort of 2000 grit, it's just a polished medium anyway, isn't it, really?
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day.
Well, buffing compound, as they call it.
Yep.
Unless you got really good eyesight.
Turn
Shit,
and
that's
time
not happening.
correction.
I'm nearly 6. I'm 69, Terry. I haven't got good eyesight. But like yourself.
Before I got onto Yorkshire grit, I used to wet and dry sand up to 2000 grit when I used to do resin.
Wow.
So I used to go from 120
That
right up
takes
to
some
2000.
time.
Yeah, it did. Used to take longer than turning the egg. But when I got into Yorkshire grit, up to 600, then original, then microfine.
I bet that cut hours out, didn't it?
Yeah,
Ages.
it does. Yeah, it does take a lot of time out. Wet and dry sanding is very tedious, isn't it?
I would say so. Not that I've ever done it, but I would say so. There's some beautiful colour in this. I can see it.
So Todd from Glencoe Woodturn said, Brian,
just gonna-
sounds like he's finally enjoying turning resin.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not turning it now. I'm just
Like
sanding it.
enjoying the outcome. I don't know about the turning, but
I'm just going to try and take this edge away here.
can't see it.
What do you mean you can't see it? Oh, this side.
On camera.
Just this little edge. Just go and take it down to the same level as the chuck. So
Gently
you might hear
like a
a
chuck.
metallic clunk in a minute. I'll know I've hit the chuck then, because I can't see it. So just put a little downward scrape on that. There we go.
So Clint's asking, when is the next birthday party where Terry gets the buzz? That's real entertainment. Terry was in his element, he was.
Yeah, well, I was out I was working anyway.
Let's have a look at that. I think that should do that.
That may be not too far away actually. It's my birthday in another
Come back, Murray.
8 days.
8 days.
Your birthday's
8
in,
days.
in April too. Everybody's birthday seems to be in April.
All the
26.
good people.
All right, okay.
Oh, what?
Don't you start. Right, there we go. I think I can get standing at the bottom better now. Since I've got rid of that sharp bit.
Stark's wood turning is in.
Good evening. Are you
Oh,
the
sir,
real?
how you doing?
Are you the
Snarks.
real
Good turn.
Stark?
Good evening.
Is that Tony? Or...
Is that Tony Stark? The real Stark?
And Stephen's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Stephen.
Oh, happy birthday, Stephen.
Stephen who? The Wood did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, happy birthday.
happy birthday,
How old are you
Stephen.
today, Stephen? Just of interest.
39 and a half.
April rules. That's true. $97 watching, Brian. 3 more and you get the 100.
Oh. Right, guys, come on. Let's try and get this up to 100. Tell your friends.
So Greg's is on the 25th. See, they're all on April.
I know.
Yeah.
Michelle's on the 22nd, Friday.
Yeah, Casey's is on the 22nd as well.
Taking Michelle out for dinner on Saturday night, on Friday night.
Ooh.
We're going out as a family, me, Matthew, and Michelle. Ah. Right, 240, 320.
Shane said his was on the 14th.
Lots of mummies and daddies had a good time in August last year, then, or
Oh,
every
yeah.
year.
Holiday
Yeah,
time,
see,
isn't it? All on
summer
holiday.
holidays.
Holiday time, summer holiday.
Weather gets hot. That's the problem. Take that thing off of there. Just bang my hand
Gary
on it
Glass says you
twice.
did have 102 watching earlier, Brian.
Oh, did I? All right. So we've been to 100. Okay. Somebody must have been bored and went home again. Nice
Mark's
light.
saying his was yesterday and his sister's will be the 21st. This coming Thursday.
Oh, he's all right.
No, what happened to my mother then? I was born in June and November.
Father was in the army, wasn't he?
All Saints Day.
Came home early or late.
No, he actually worked for my father. Worked for the NAFI. Suppose he was kind of in the military then as well, almost. He
Yeah.
was a grocer.
Well,
And
my son was born in April as well, 17th. And an Irish doctor worked, was looking, seeing Ruth, etc. And he said, I've worked out the date of your son's birthday or your baby's birthday. It's going to be born on the 31st of April.
he did, did he?
Yeah.
He was never coming then.
Never coming.
Can't get that bottom bit just right, Steve. What's going on?
Well, there's just loads of people here saying, Wooddo says, Mark, my sister's is on the 24th. Roger Kent says mine was the 3rd.
I know.
Starts
big
Woodton
day.
says the wife's on Friday too.
There you go.
We're
See?
all going on a summer holiday. Come
Yeah.
on, love.
You know what it's like, boys?
Get in a tent, babe. It's
We
getting dark.
yeah, we bit of heat, bit
Benjamin's
of drink.
Benjamin's
uncle.
put my wife's next door neighbour's gardener's birthday was last week.
God.
My brother's wife's next door neighbour's gardener's birthday was next week. Very good, Ben. Dave Oatley's mine was on the 9th.
Is that camera's away fuzzy again, isn't it? That's shocking.
Yeah,
Okay, can I take that
put
off
your
a
hand
bit?
underneath it.
Would
Well,
that be better there?
That's better.
My dad was in the Navy and my birthday's on
guys
the
not watching?
23rd of September.
Yeah, that's
Work it out. He used to come home for Christmas.
That camera's terrible, Brian.
Yeah, it's
Too
gone
late
off.
to focus.
Right, I need to do that. I need to do something.
Man, you'll
with it.
focus it.
You
Can I do
can't
that?
if
How
it's
do I
not-
do that,
No,
Steve?
you can't do it if it's in auto mode.
All right. Can I change it now?
Well, you can do. You have to put it on a profile, what profile you want, but it's going to change your colour settings.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
what?
do that. Just keep
Right.
something
just level it.
level with it. Keep
I'll
your
just
hand on
level
the
it
chuck,
back.
it'll focus.
Every time I
Queen's
put my hand
birthday's
over
Thursday as
top-
well. Mark Jenna Woodturner
Lewis,
says the Queen's birthday's Thursday.
it is.
Brent Beecroft's in. Hello, Brent.
Hi,
Good
Brent,
afternoon to you.
Right. I think I want to try and Yorkshire grit that now.
Lewis he says his dog's 3 today.
Dogs.
Alex
three.
and Wooden thinks Alex and Wooden thinks says his daughter's on the 23rd.
Thanks, Sarah. You had a good holiday then,
Tipsy
Alex.
Turner, my friends, is the 12th. Nigel, my birthday is the 23rd of September.
Well, there we go.
I'm not talking about September. I'm talking about April.
No, it's because I mentioned it. Oh, look what I see.
Ah, great.
She's getting excited now.
Isn't it just?
They want you to clean with mess, Brian. They're all asking to clean with mess.
No, don't clean it. Don't clean it. Don't clean it. We'll have a wait.
Make them wait.
Make
You'll
'em
see
wait.
it now. When he puts this on, you'll see it anyway.
99 currently watching. Make them wait, Brian.
Make them wait. I'm not revealing it. Oh, look at that. Oh,
Them colours don't do that justice
Oh.
with the camera.
I'm not
Oh,
revealing it.
no, you can't
Put
see
a
that.
card
No,
in the
let's
way of
see.
the camera. Switch the camera off, Brian. Come back when it's done.
Let's go to that camera.
Lewis did say clean it first.
Ow.
Oh, too late.
Too late. Yorkshire grit on it. And go put plenty on. Turn the lathe
Roy's
down too,
boys.
right?
Royce the boy says it's one of his Queen Bee's birthdays on Friday.
Turn the lathe down to 400. And Yorkshire grit this.
Hands I feel pity can be soft as your face. With light brown Gritty.
There's a little bit of
Thank you,
dogs
Terry.
must be running now.
So Gary Glasser said, I said mine was on the 1st of April and I'm still waiting for my U gifts.
Now you're you.
Well, don't worry about it. April Fool. I'm not going to get them.
Gary, send me your address, son. I'll send you a bit.
Yeah.
Ash at Kitty Shed, or Katie Shed, sorry. My daughter's on the 22nd. Mine's on the 22nd as well. And
Yeah.
Michelle, the better part of Brian, is on the 22nd as well.
22nd, that's what I said. Friday.
Yeah.
And Ruth says David Cassidy's birthday was on the 12th of April.
Oh, aye, she would know that, of course.
Yeah. Oodling over his picture.
She still has it in her bedroom, apparently. You know, one of them life-size poster jobs.
God, one of them cardboard cutouts. Sat beside the bed.
Brian,
Yes,
if you've got time, put me on full screen.
Okay, mate.
There's only 900 people watching.
I've got loads of time.
Just so as everybody knew who Grandma
There you
Ruth
go.
is. That's Grandma Ruth. Miss 10-pin bowling, 1977. Woo.
That's the Queen's Silver Jubilee, by the way, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, that's it. And
All right.
she's put on the background of David Cassidy. Look.
Yeah,
Oh,
look, there
gosh,
you go.
mate.
I knew that.
Hey, look at that, Lala. That's her little heart
Excellent.
throb.
Excellent.
Okay, put it back in. Back on full
Oh,
screen
nice
view.
video on there, Steve.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You
bored.
are you
Get
bored,
bored now.
Steve?
No,
Get bored now.
I'm not bored. I'm just, it's been a long day.
Well, we are.
Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, are you now? Oh, are you now?
Oh, sorry, Mark. Yeah, you did miss Joe singing. Shame.
Yeah.
Woodwork
Well,
learner
where
Joe,
were
the
you if you
dogs in
missed
my
Joe
new
singing?
area now traumatised. Yeah. Cheers.
So
Cheers,
you'll
fellas.
get it again.
Heather says her birthday's not in April.
Yeah.
Well, somebody got to be some other time, Heather.
Brian, put the lid on the grit.
Jeez.
Yeah, get it full of resin.
Before you get
That
white
was
stuff on it.
Nigel. That was Nigel Foster suggesting.
Thanks, Nigel. Put on the product saver.
He was moaning because I'd suggested it.
Oh,
And yet, as soon as Nigel, he knows it's Nigel. Oh yeah, it's fine, Nigel. Thanks very much, Nigel.
I've got a bit of resin stuck behind my glasses. It's a complete pain in the butt. I can't get it out.
It's not flapping.
Yeah, it's tickling my right eye. Right, how long do I need to do this for? 3 weeks?
Oh,
as long as it takes to get rid of the
Has that been
scratches.
has that been 3 minutes, you think?
Yeah, same.
That's all we
like
look.
it. Oh, yeah.
That's all we look. Let's go this way. Longitudinally.
There's no grain in it, so you don't have to.
Yeah, but you have to kind of manipulate the scratches and all the...
Can you see any
what's that?
scratches? That's the thing. If you can see any.
Yeah, nah, can't answer that on the grounds I might incriminate myself. Nice though.
That's a yes then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shut up, Steve.
Can you put another application of that?
Well, I'm going to
grit
clean
on
that one
and
off
then-
and have a look at it first. Let's
Yeah.
clean that one up, see what it looks like.
Lewis has
We got-
suggested 2 of each, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Who
Two of
did
each,
that? Grace.
Yeah,
Lewis
Yeah.
did, yeah.
2 of each, he
Uh-huh.
says.
Yeah.
That means I get to sing a second time. Oh,
No.
shucks. Yes.
I did say, didn't I?
Andy Woodwork Learner's moved house, and he said you've now just trod all the animals in his new street.
Oh,
Poor animals. Turn the speed up a
I'd
little
love
bit.
Yes, Starks, he will be using the microphone, but after this, after
Yeah,
he's
I did say I might
cool.
need 2 coats. It's all down to how well you sounded to start with, you see.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. No pressure there.
There's loads of wee scratches on it.
As long as
There's
it's just wee
loads.
scratches.
No, they're
Yeah,
too
but that's
bad,
what
actually.
microphone.
The
That's what
second
microphone's
application.
for.
No, they're too
The
big for
second-
microphone. I'm going to have to do
The
your
second
forget.
application is to take out that one.
Second application. Here we go.
That'll be
Fold
fine.
the cloth up.
Thank you.
Sorry for this, guys, but I mean, it is what it is.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Keith.
We want to try and get it right. Whoops, that's a little bit too much Yorkshire grit. You can never use too much.
Use it like
you stole it.
Yeah, use it like you don't pay for it. Fine.
Okay. That's easy for me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Cats in the
Everyone-
kitchen.
everyone
I just
say
put
mute,
your cats away. Oh, slow that down a bit. Don't throw that over your nice clean paint.
Sing, Joe.
I've not even started yet.
No, well, they're traumatized already.
Hands that feel pity
Hands
can be
feel
soft as your
pity
face.
Can be
With
like
light brown,
unless you're
Yorkshire gritty.
light brown. Yorkshire gritty.
You try to sing as well there, Tar. I noticed Steve was very quiet there.
Mate, I'm not going to try and compete with that owl in the record.
Who said that? Tim from TF Stunning says that's it. Go back to 80 grit or 60 grit.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah,
time I heard,
not
last
thinking
time I
likely
heard
he
a
was
record like that. Last time I heard a record like that was a misfiring tractor.
Yeah.
Oh,
If he goes back to the 80 grit, then we got to hear another 2 times of Joe singing.
I'm not going back to 80 grit. Well, this is taking forever. It's 9:30
Mark's
already.
woodworking says, have you tried, Steve might be able to answer this because this is Brian's first turning. Have you tried resin polish from ProCraft? He finds it's, he does it on his pens and does a great job.
Oh, right. Okay. No, I've never. No, I haven't tried it.
Is it just a finish polish or is it a sanding polish as well?
So it's like anything. It's how you come up in your stages of sanding. So
what did wet sanding go like then, Steve, before you use this, you know?
if you go to 2000 grit wet and dry sanding, you get the finish of like you do with the microfine, just a real nice polish finish. The only reason I use a final buffing compound is to give it that extra little shine. You know what I mean? It doesn't. All it does is that just shines the surface up a little bit better.
Mm.
Yeah, you could stop at microfine if you wanted to, of course.
Yeah, I just think
would be fine.
Yeah, and you mean you can polish it with a buffing set? I have polished them with a buffing wheel.
But after you've done all of it and it's finished, you then buff it again.
Go with a buffing wheel. Yeah, and that obviously the Canuba wax just brings up even more a deeper shine on it.
Okay.
now, Tipsy Turner says, Brian, in all seriousness, thank you for turning that resin. As someone who hasn't turned resin yet, nor would, or anything as it at all, actually, this was very informative, and I very much appreciate it.
Good man. Thank you very much, Tipsy. Appreciate that too. Appreciate you taking the time to come and watch. Right, I think that has made a better job of that. It's the second time round. Let's give it a bit of a little bit more speed now. So that's about 800 revs just. Normally I would go to about 1,000 with wood. And we'll just keep turning to a new piece of cloth. Or a clean piece, not a new piece.
You can see it's got a better shine on it now.
Mm. Already. That's right, the microphone.
You see, the singing was worth it.
Job, we haven't got a song for the microphone.
I'm not so sure about that.
Brian.
Well, yes, Joe. Look at that, I'm getting some black stuff off my cheap chuck. Look at that.
Should have got an SK114.
Can't afford it, Terry. I keep telling you.
Yeah, you got money you haven't even earned yet.
Still doing in there a little bit. Oh, more clean cloth. Oh, the expense.
My argument is an SK114 does exactly the same.
It does.
Does the same
Chuck's,
job.
Chuck's a chuck, whether you spend 100 quid on it or 300 quid on it, it's still a chuck.
No black stuff comes off the same stainless steel SK114 though.
That will do with a polishing compound because that's how stainless goes when it's black.
Now, Stephen's
Okay.
asking, why isn't there a song for the microphone? Oh, Stephen, can you imagine if there was?
Nobody's dared to blinking make one because she'd be singing again, she.
There may be
Oh, that's
trouble ahead. We'll use the white stuff instead of the brown.
Are you writing this down, Joe, for the next time?
No, I've got a rough idea now. Oh my goodness, you poor souls.
You poor souls.
Product saver back on again. Turn the speed down again. Back to the grid.
So Ben said if you put some of your money towards, if you put away some of the money you spend on cleaning products, you could afford an SK114.
I don't use cleaning products. I use elbow grease and a vacuum cleaner.
Starks Woodworking has asked, "What's your thoughts on these with Chuck?" I've only ever seen two, so I've not really had nothing to do with them. I know they're expensive. I do like the idea of the quick change chucks though. On jaws,
Yeah.
even, sorry.
I fancy
I
those.
do like that
Quick
myself.
change jaws.
But I
was
don't
thinking
know
that
if they're
might be a
worth. I don't know if they're
option.
worth. Don't know if they're worth the money just for that one gimmick.
What sort of price are they?
They're about £600, aren't they?
What?
Don't know. Let's have a
Yeah.
look.
Wow.
Let's have a look. Got
These
my
were
curiosity.
limited on jaws, apparently, according to Adam.
Good evening, Adam.
£400 odd.
Oh, Adam, good evening.
And they're limited for jaws.
Yeah, 399 quid for a chuck for the C3000 4-inch chuck.
Wow.
That's quite good, actually. $399. I thought it was double the price of the SK114, but it's not. It's only about £50 more.
Yeah, the SK 114 is about 350 or something, isn't it? Roughly.
What time's
So
Lewis on this evening?
I don't know. Better
Who?
ask him.
Lewis, what time is your video on this evening?
It's usually 10:30, is it not?
Yeah. Around about the time, isn't
It
it?
gives you plenty of time, Brian, yeah.
He's just put the link
I
in.
can't keep doing this all night. People
Oh no,
will be
you can.
bored.
You're doing a really good job.
Mark's put a link in. Looks like that link could be the Chuck. Maybe. No, that's Lewis's.
Lewis, shameless promotion, he says.
Right,
you promote away, Lewis. Your videos are very well worth watching, buddy.
Right.
All of them.
You turn in resin again, Lewis, or something in wood this time?
Yeah.
Just asking. He's on in 1 hour, people.
Is there an easier way to polish this up or not? No.
No.
You just have to keep at it, don't you?
Yeah, but the results are phenomenal at the end.
I can still feel this.
Joe's got one. She knows what they look like. Joe's got one. She knows how smooth
I
and
have.
shiny they are.
Looks amazing.
Ben Down says, does record player do jaw carriers? No. Well, they do, but they're fixed. They don't come out. Unlike the Axminster ones, they scroll all the way out, don't they?
Brent Breecroft wants to know, does anybody know if Ed Oliver ships to Canada?
Oh, he should have asked us last night.
Yeah, he was there, wasn't he?
When he was in with Mike Walt.
I think a lot of people have stopped shipping, didn't they? Over abroad.
Yeah, it's getting expensive.
It costs them too much, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah. It's a fortune. Right, that feels like it's stopped working now. It feels like it's... Can't feel any grittiness in it.
I know when I ship stuff over to Canada, even small parcels are a £10.70. So
is it? Yeah.
You see the lights start to shine and strip lights in.
Yeah.
The strip lights up here. You can actually see it start to. So we'll turn the speed up and we'll clean it off now.
Susie says Ed doesn't even ship to Switzerland.
Does he not?
Well, they'll ship to Ireland, but it's expensive. Oh, you can see the shine building up on that now, Steve.
Okay.
You can see my little square light from up here.
Yeah.
Well, I can. You boys probably just see a streak there.
We can see a strip light coming in.
Well, that little light there is actually a square light that's up here. It's kind of spread out across there because of the angle. And this little round light you can see here is up in here under the chuck buddy display.
Benjamin says the
There you
jaw
go.
carriers are definitely a game changer for him,
Wow.
but they're £35 a set, so they're not cheap.
Right. So one more thing to do. I don't think I need to do
Nice.
another coat of microfine.
You
Could
don't.
probably.
Lewis said two.
Okay. We'll do two then.
Because you will if you shine it into the light, you will see those little fine scuff marks.
There is. I can see them, Steve.
But what you want to do is you want to cross sand it as well, Brian, with the microphone.
I'll go this way.
Yeah. Andy's put Steve ships his chuck buddies to range. I ship my chuck buddies all over the world, mate. They've gone everywhere. Australia, Canada, America, Germany. Been everywhere. Gone all over the place.
Stephen the Wood Dude said Ed ships to Buckinghamshire.
Buckinghamshire.
Just down the road. It's just down the road from where he lives.
Just around the corner.
He actually hand delivers to Buckinghamshire.
Yeah.
Yeah, shipping is crazy to the USA and Canada. It
Pete.
definitely is.
Yeah.
Pete Twisted Trees is in. Hello, Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Yes, he's still going, Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Do you want the link now, Pete?
You want to come in and have a laugh, Pete?
And the thing is now, Royal Mail Parcel Force for shipping abroad, you have to use a unique customs code now.
Right.
So if you don't put the customs code on, they'll just return it to you.
Yeah.
So that's another pain in the backside thing you got to sort out.
Right, let's give that a blast up again.
Now, Grandma Rooftube says, I'm happy to ship Terry to Mars.
Full rag. Do something
There's no
else.
need. There's no need for that. It's probably accurate, but there's no need for that. On the speed then again. There is a
Val
lot
wants
of,
to know. Sorry.
There is a lot of work, sanding and polishing up, I have to say, guys. involved in
Val
resin.
wants to know, is chestnut burnishing cream finer or the same as microfine?
Finer.
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 It's a bit like tea-cut,
Okay.
I think.
Axminster do a burnishing cream as well. It's like, well, it's just like watery, but it's not watery. It's it's a cream, but it's
Yep.
very, very fine. It's like you can shine glass
Yeah,
with it.
I'm going to
Yeah.
use something in a second here that does the same job, I think. I don't know if it's any cheaper or not. The wood dude says Ed sent him a free blank the other day. Time for everyone to move, he says yes. Don't be telling everybody that Ed gave something away for free.
No,
No.
You ruin his
There's always
reputation
something different.
completely.
Yeah.
Tim from TF Turning says he sent a vase to New Zealand recently. Box weighed 1 kilogram and it cost £32.
Yeah, that's probably about right. Yep.
Australia and New Zealand is one of the most expensive, isn't it?
That's
When
one
you
way
think
to go,
about
I
it,
suppose.
if you're sending something that far, £32 is not that much, to be honest. If it's that, it's going
It is
that
a long way to
distance.
go, hey?
Yeah, but when you think
Yeah,
about
probably.
the process, when you think of the process, you think to yourself, it sounds a lot of money, but for what's involved,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would take you over £1,000 to take it yourself and get back.
if you want to come back.
Yeah. Well, they
Well, if
wouldn't
I
take
got
your lathe, would you? Yeah.
If I got
Put it
somewhere
away.
warm, I might not come back.
Starks, Woodworking ordered. He orders vinyl records, and he ordered one from San
yeah.
Francisco. He got 2 last week. Vinyl records. So you see how light those are.
Yeah,
And
I know.
shipping cost was $72.
Oh,
Plus
Plus
customs.
customs.
horrendous.
Blimey.
Jesus.
That's
Plus
horrendous.
customs. I reckon I ought to start a business up, you know.
What?
Everybody gets their orders sent to me, and I send them out to everybody else
Mhm.
for an extra couple of quid. Couple of pound.
Right, so
When
how's
you
that
go-
going to work out for you, Stanley? How are you
Well,
gonna...
because I charge £2 extra to send them out, or £3 extra to send them out, so I just put a little label on it with their address because they can't get it from, you know,
Well, that's kind
Martin
of why.
Ed,
That's kind of what happens with me and
Simon.
Mark does that
Simon
for
Oak.
me. He gets if I order some stuff from the likes of Simon Hope or something, and you order enough to get free postage to the UK, we get it sent to Mark, and then he sticks it in the Royal Mail. And if it's a small parcel, which is up to 600 cubic millimeters or something,
600 mil by 400 mil by 150.
600. That's it. See, Steve knows off the top of his head. That comes to me for £4.50 then. I tried to order a gouge from Martin at the wood turner shop, and he wanted £39 for delivery. For a 30 or 35 quid gouge.
Glenn, the Yorkshire Git says 90 tins of grit to New Zealand costs £310.
Wow,
That's
it's
a lot of money.
crazy.
And Dave Oldie's right. He's just come up. My idea is not very good because I'm always on holiday.
Oh, that's true. I can actually start to see the monitors and stuff in the bottom of this egg.
Time you finish it, Brian, the bloody thing inside a latch.
Oh, I never thought of that. I'm getting warm here. Hold on.
Incubating it.
He's incubating it.
We've incubated a resin egg. Oh my god. Don't be ridiculous, Terry.
So that's like
Douglas
anything. The
Muggle.
more time you spend on it, that's like your lacquering, isn't it? The more time you spend on
Yeah.
it, the better finish you'll get.
Better it gets.
Now,
Douglas
if I was
Muggle.
making one of these
Posh.
properly, guys, this wouldn't be coming off the lathe tonight. I'd be doing this again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I would be polishing it until it was immaculate.
Douglas Mugham's posh. He uses Mercedes car polish on
That's
his
Mer.
resin.
That's Mer polish.
Right.
Mer polish. I used to use that years ago when I had a car.
Is it
on
good?
the car, yeah.
So,
Yeah, very
well,
good.
next time,
That's the only polish you can mix with water, wash your car with it, and when you just leave it to dry, and it just leaves a white resin over, you just wipe it off, and that's polished at the same time.
Brilliant.
T-cut, scratch removal.
T-cut. Right.
That's what I'm going to use now. This is what I normally do. I do this on timber as well. On my when I do the lacquering, I use the same thing. And I'll do a little bit that way first.
Mhm.
Lewis is saying,
Come on,
don't
you
take
have
it
to-
off on our
you-
account. Get it the way you want it.
Yeah,
Brian.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Leave it on. Do it again
Well,
tomorrow.
basically, the
I'll
only
tell you
thing I
something,
have to do is pass it off at the end of the day. So
You're going to need good eyes to see any scratches on that. We can't see the scratches because they're out of focus. But
was it? Oh, I say it, folks, again. Come on, back into focus.
there you go. Back in.
Right, so if you're not happy with it, mate, finish it off tomorrow.
Yeah, finish it tomorrow. We don't mind.
I'll
You've
let
got
you see it
3/4
now,
an
then.
hour anyway. After that, Lewis is on.
All right, okay. I'll be finished before 10. Though. Should have slowed that down just a little bit.
And I also
No
think
radar.
you get a better finish with safety cloth on the last, buff.
Now he tells
No
me.
radar. You're the only one buffering. We're not buffering here.
Now he tells me. Have we got any safety cloth left? I have.
Safety cloth finer, Steve, is it?
Softer, I think, with the
It's
tissue.
softer. It's
I
much
think with the
softer. It
tissue-
is.
I think with the tissue you can get some light scratches in it. So the safety cloth just gives you that, it's just a softer compound in it. And yeah, I will say you can use rag, but obviously it's not the thing to be using on a lathe. But obviously safety cloth, it catches, it rips, so you're safe with it.
Well, actually, you could see that if you're using a cloth, you see what happened when the resin just touched the lathe, touched the
Yeah.
chuck.
Yeah.
Within seconds, it was fully wrapped around it. That's what it'd do with the cloth, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, safety cloth won't do it, just tear. So
Now, the woodwork learner and Brent Beecroft would like to
Wow.
know, Brian, how long is it going to take you to clean up?
This will be cleaned up in less than 15 minutes.
He's got a team outside the house waiting.
yeah. Go, 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 go!
Go girls, go girls!
Be like a SWAT team raiding the house.
Team of chalet cleaners just drafted in.
Heidi, hi.
Speed this a little bit.
Hi.
Because he's been hoovering up, Pete. That's what it was. He hoovered some of it up.
I've had the extractor on the whole time.
He said,
He's a
Alexa,
bit
extract her
posh.
off. And Alexa
Yeah.
went, no way, you need to clean that mess up.
Alexa, extractor off. Yeah, there we go. I love that.
So when you walk out in a minute, you just walk out the door, shut it, and as you walk out, you say, Alexa, clean up. See you in the morning.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to
Look
polish
at
it.
that. Look at that.
So we're going to use a little bit of Hampshire sheen, our usual, our old favourite Hampshire sheen. It's my go-to polish for everything.
You could call that Cosmos.
Cosmos.
Really nice. It's a good mix, Steve.
It is. You see a lot of blue on this side. And down at the bottom where it's nice and dark, it is
That's it.
really shiny.
When you
It's-
pour it,
Remind me not.
when you pour it at the right time, the colours don't blend. They just stay like they are,
Yeah.
solid. The one I did yesterday, the colours are blended a bit too much in that.
Remind me not to give you my address.
Oh, I know it, mate. Ruth's already given us up. I
Right,
know
so,
where you live.
so I'm just going to keep rubbing that until it feels a bit tacky in my hand.
Yeah, we've got it as well.
The
Na, 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 na.
Oh,
and that'll
yeah,
be
you
enough
have.
for the Hampshire sheen. You don't have to really allow it to.
Pete
flash
Twisted
off
Street
or
says
anything.
it's looking good, Brian. You should turn more resin.
Shut up, Pete. I do actually quite like it. The resin, not the turning.
And Lewis agrees with Pete.
Adam Vila word turning says, my Alexa said, did you mean turn the thermostat up?
So Ben's put, if this is Brian's first time using resin and he's made this lovely piece, resin must be easy. It is, Ben. It's
Yeah.
ever so easy.
It's
Sounds
not
like it.
difficult,
It's
guys.
messy.
It's just messy. It's not, but it isn't difficult to turn.
it's
Even
just like
even
turning a
with
piece of wood.
traditional tools, and it's just like turning wood. Yeah, the rubbing, gliding the bevel. You don't want to rub the bevel, but glide the bevel and cut just the same as you would if you were cutting wood.
Only
But
nice thin
finishing
cuts.
with the negative rake scraper is to try and get it as smooth as you can. Because if you're cutting it, you will get little lines in it. You can't. It's unavoidable, as far as I can see.
Susie says, hashtag more resin for Brian.
What do you think of that, boys?
Lovely old job.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice, Brian.
Yeah, it looks great, bro.
Here he comes.
That's a bit
He'll wake up 3
premature,
in the morning.
Brian.
He'll wake up 3 in the morning, be back out just checking he hasn't left any behind.
Ow! I just got shocked.
I did say no.
He said you would.
I just want to clear up a bit of the lathe here. There's another one. Ah,
Keeps you awake, Brian.
I don't think that's fair, Pete. What his speech just put in there.
Yeah.
Steve did the hard work bit, making the blank with all the colours in it. Brian just had to.
yeah, I mean, all I did was
Spread it
cut it.
around
It
all
was
over the
easy.
workshop.
I did the
Spread
easy
it around
bit.
the workshop and polish up a bit.
Steve did the hard bit.
Thank you, guys.
Alex says, looking good, Brian. Lewis is saying, nice job on the colours, Steve.
Thanks, Lewis.
There you go.
I think it's more luck than judgment when you pour
Actually, that looks great. Now you put that grey background behind it.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, that's why I did it. Yeah, I'll just give it a little turn for
That's
you.
lovely.
I'm going to leave it
Gorgeous.
on there because I'm going to
leave it.
repolish it.
Yeah. Don't blame me.
And what I will do is I'll make a little plinth for it, a little stand. It's absolutely gorgeous
Absolutely.
colours, absolutely stunning.
Yeah, you are your first resin turning.
you go.
Brian. Proper resin turning. Beautiful.
Yay!
I'm going to bring them Hallions back on the screen now. Oh,
No, Ben, Ben, you don't pour it. What you do is you put your I think with that one I put yellow in the pot and then you let it so it starts to get up to about 60 degrees, then you pour it and then you let the heat of the resin cure and do all the mixing. Because if you stir it just goes into one massive colour.
Yeah.
yeah, I know what's going to happen to me, though. I'm going to have to get stripped at the back door again.
Yeah.
Excuse
Lewis
me.
is asking. Lewis is
This is-
asking, do you have
Oh.
buffing wheels, Brian?
I don't actually.
Yeah, if you buffed it, you get real nice finish up.
Lewis, he will have by Thursday.
Oh yeah, Terry sent me some. That's correct, Terry. Yeah, thanks, Terry. I forgot about that for a second. I will have on Thursday, so I'll just leave it the way it is.
I think Maurice has got some resin on his ears.
He's got a bit of. There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
So there we are, guys. Thank you very much for bearing with me, and that's an hour. That's nearly 2 hours. Goodness gracious me. Shocking.
It's been a good 2 hours.
I enjoyed that.
It has.
I actually
Super.
enjoyed turning it. It was, although it was a pain in the messy pain in the
So
arse,
you'll turn more then?
I might.
There you go. He's hooked. He's hooked, Steve.
I'm not. Well, it's really nice. I mean,
Got him.
there's no way you can achieve that sort of whirls and nice blending of colours and stuff without resin. There's no way you can do it.
You think you can't get that colour with wood,
That
even if
beautiful,
you,
that
even
beautiful
if you
blue and
paint
stuff
it.
in there.
It's just not as same, is it?
It is absolutely gorgeous, Steve. That's kind of. Did you put sort of that mica powder stuff in it that makes it sparkly? What do you call it?
All the micro powders I use are pearl colours.
All right,
So
you can see.
they've
You
got
kind of
that-
see the sort of pearlescence in it.
they've got that shimmer in them, and on
Yeah.
the side there is where
Oh,
the
scourge.
yellows, the yellows and the red and the oranges are blended on the side. Because you see the
Yeah.
centerpiece, you've got
That's right.
the middle piece where you've not turned a lot out of it.
Yeah,
You've got more like stringy lines through that rather than the
that's
swirls.
right.
haven't you?
More lines, yeah.
Yeah, and that's where the colours have started to blend together as it's heated up.
So if I'd went a bit thinner, I would have got the whole thing.
Yeah.
To be like this.
Yeah, you would have done. Yeah.
Oh,
Benjamin's asking how much do you think that blank would cost? Materials, just
There's around about 600 gram. Well, I say 650 grams of material in that. Quick calculation, around about £9 worth of resin, and then
Wow.
maybe another £3 in pigments. So about
Now-
11
now-
quid.
yeah. Now that I get a real closer look at it, there is some little scratches in that. I need to go back a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm
Lewis
going to leave it
says
on there,
point
and I'll fix it.
$05 a gram. He worked out.
Yeah, like I
His
say,
money.
it's about for them because I make those out of the pour cups I've got, and they hold 600 grams.
Right. Okay.
So anywhere between 600, 650 grams, and then obviously the pigment. So yeah, around anywhere between the 10 and 11 quid mark.
Excellent. Anybody got any other questions in the chat? Anybody want to know anything about resin? Well, we've got Steve and Lewis in the background there too.
Only when you're doing the next one, Brian.
Stark wood turners, how much would you sell it for, Brian?
I have no idea. I don't know what it's worth.
He's
mate.
not going to sell that, is he? It's his
No, that's
first
not
one.
getting. No, that's not getting sold. That'll be getting kept.
The
But,
next one,
yeah.
might sell, but
If you, I mean, if you were selling it, I don't know.
Took in 2.5 hours to make.
Cost. Charge if you're charging at a reasonable rate of for your own pay, I'd say 20 quid an hour.
30
Minimum,
quid,
I would think. So there's 40 quid anyway. Cost your blanks 50 quid or 10 quid. Say 12 maybe for your powders and everything else.
Shipping another 10, or unless you're shipping to New
You
Zealand.
know,
there's
so
another
I mean,
60.
for something like that, you'd probably be up, I don't know, 60 or
80.
70 quid maybe.
I sell
I
them for anywhere between 65 and 75 quid, depending
Oh,
on
there
what
you
they
go.
look like.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It says you could sell the next dozen though.
Yeah, I could, I.
So we Val's asking Steve, do you sell that size resin? Yes, I will make you one if you want one, Val. That's not a problem. Message me.
There you are.
Now,
There we go,
Lewis
guys.
says,
That's it.
this
Tonight,
is
I
the
think.
most anticipated egg on YouTube right
Yeah,
now.
it is. Everybody
I'm sure.
wanted this egg.
Yeah, well, there it is.
Don't forget, people, Lewis has got a premiere at 10, so if you'd like to put your link in
That's
again,
correct.
Lewis.
And don't
Yeah, just
forget,
stick your link in
guys, smash that thumbs up before you
Yeah,
you leave.
just
And if you've liked what you've seen, I would love it if you would share it. See how we get on.
Yeah.
Mind you, people don't really watch lives, and I forgot to press the record button again.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's
Michelle
on
did
YouTube
say-
forever now.
Michelle did ask that when we got
You
started.
could, Brian, just download it.
Yeah, I'll have to download it, but then it has the StreamYard logo thing in it.
It only takes a year though. Your speed of yours.
No,
Your
it'll be
download speed.
it'll be available to download tomorrow. I'll
You know
get it
what, Brian,
downloaded tomorrow.
did I tell everybody I'm having a glass of wine while I'm watching this?
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Could have drunk 3 bottles while I'm watching. It took so long.
Yeah. Can't stop touching it, eh? It's nice and smooth and shiny.
Stop caressing it, Brian.
Even
That's
better when you
just
finish it.
It was quite neat. Oh, all right, Steve. Oh, okay. Right. Thanks, Steve. You see better, man. There are some
You
little
think-
scratches in it, I have to
You
say,
think
guys.
you'll be even when you spend ages on polishing it, you just
Yeah.
get it and you go, what the hell's that in that light? A little tiny bit in the light.
Yeah, look, there's a bit there, just I can see it, just a couple of little radio scratches in it, just tiny little ones. But
You'll get
we'll
it.
have to
You
get some
can-
600 paper out and stuff.
You can resand it and then once you
aye.
get your buffer wheel, buff it up on your buffer wheel as well.
Oh well, we'll do that. Lewis says it's a comfort egg made to be handled. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it a day at that. Thanks very much for coming in, everybody. So it's good night from Joe.
Good night, everybody.
Good night from our Steve.
Good night.
And good night for Terry.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining. Lovely to see you all there.
And it's good night for me, guys. Thanks very much for coming in and seeing us. And we'll see you again on Thursday at lunchtime.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Brian's not going to go and cry.
Goodbye, everybody.
Cry while the cleanup.
Good night. Have a great week.
Bye. Bye.